Good afternoon, students. We are back with another live session of the topic consumption function. It's Saturday again, and when it's Saturday, we know যে কি আমাৰ YouTube চেনেলত ইকনমিক্সৰ লাইভ ক্লাছেছ আহি পেলাই যায়। জলদি লাইভ ক্লাছটো জইন কৰি লোৱা because this is an important topic from your book Introductory Macroeconomics. আৰু মই যেতিয়া মেক্ৰ' ইকনমিক্সৰ টপিকবিলাক পঢ়াওঁ বা মাইক্ৰ' ইকনমিক্সৰ টপিকবোৰ এভৰি ছেশ্যনত পঢ়াওঁ, মই হয়তো তোমালোকক ইচ ছেশ্যনতে তোমালোকক মই কৈ দিওঁ that these topics are not only important for your board examination only, but it is also important for various examinations like UGC NET, CUET UG or CUET PG. So all those candidates or all those students who are watching these session will be largely benefited not only from appearing in your final examination perspective, but also for appearing or sitting in different examination, which includes macroeconomics and microeconomics in their syllabus. Fine. So in today's class, we will understand about the meaning of consumption function or propensity to consume, and then we will understand about what are the two propensities of consume that we are likely to be talking about in economics. ঠিক আছে, so let's start today's class with great zeal and enthusiasm. Please join our class. I'm little bit off today, so that will be on me. You'll have to be patient with me today. Bear with my little grumpy self because of course I'm not feeling well. So I'll just try my best to actually explain this topic, and I hope তোমালোকে সেইখিনি বুজি পোৱা and I am able to deliver what I want to from today's class. And in case if you have any doubt, মই বাৰে বাৰে কওঁ তোমালোকক যে কি you can write down in our comment section so that we can solve it as soon as possible. Fine. So to start with, we will firstly understand about what is consumption function. So consumption function বুলি ক'লে, what is consumption function? Consumption function, or actually what is consumption function পঢ়াৰ আগতে we actually have to understand what is consumption expenditure. Only when we understand the meaning of consumption expenditure, only when we understand the meaning of consumption expenditure, we can go to understanding the definition of consumption function. So what is consumption expenditure? It refers to the expenditure, or it refers to the portion of income that we actually spend on purchase of various goods and services in a given level of at the given level of income. So what is consumption expenditure? Consumption expenditure is nothing but it is a portion of total income, juntu amar portion of total income which is actually spent on purchase of goods and services at a particular level of income. That is consumption expenditure. Now what is consumption function? Consumption function is the functional relationship between consumption and the national income. So what is consumption function? It is the functional relationship between consumption and the national income. So out of the total national income, how much we spend on consumption is actually reflected by this relationship or this functional relationship. Therefore, আমি consumption function to কি বুলি লিখো? C is the function of y. C is the function of y. F represents functional relationship. C represents consumption. Y usually represents national income. So out of the total national income, how much we spend on consumption is actually captured by the functional relationship between consumption and income, which is in economics referred to as the consumption function. I hope you were clear with the basic meaning of today's class. I hope you are clear with the basic meaning of our topic in today's class, which is consumption expenditure, which shows the functional relationship between consumption and income, which shows of কিমানখিনি portion of the total national income আমি consumption of various goods and services actually ব্যৱহাৰ কৰো. Fine. I hope you are clear with this slide. I hope you are clear with this slide. ঠিক আছে. Now This relationship can be also studied graphically or through a schedule. For example, suppose we have a schedule of consumption, which is also referred to as consumption schedule. Suppose আমি এটা ভেৰিয়েবল লৈছো income rupees in crore আৰু এটা ভেৰিয়েবল লৈছো আমি consumption, again consumption rupees in crore, ঠিক আছে। তো ইয়াতে আমি কি লৈছো চোৱা 0 100 200 300 400 500 600 means what? It shows that the income is increasing. Income is increasing continuously by 100. Income is increasing by 100 in each level, each simultaneous level. So 0 pra ebar 100 goise, 100 upar 200 300 400 500 600. So each level of there is increase in income by 100 units, ঠিক আছে, by 100 crores, sorry, by 100 crores. Now যেতিয়া income 0 asile, there is certain level of consumption which is 40. এতিয়া তোমালোকে ক'ব পাৰা যে কি যেতিয়া মানুহে 0 income কৰে consumption কেনেকে 40 হৈ আছে। This comes from the fact that even when someone is not earning, even when someone's level of income is 0, still সেই পাৰ্চন জনে কনজিউম নকৰাকে নাথাকে, সেই পাৰ্চন জনে কনজিউম কৰিবই। মানে দুখীয়াতকে দুখীয়া মানুহেও কনজাম্পশ্যন নকৰাকে নাথাকে, কনজাম্পশ্যন কৰিবই। আৰু সেই কনজাম্পশ্যনখিনি কেনেকে কৰিব পাৰে? ফ্ৰম দিছ ছেভিং, ফ্ৰম দিছ ছেভিং। হোৱাট ইজ দিছ ছেভিং? দিছ ছেভিং মানে হৈছে যে কি এইটো মাহত যদি তুমি 0 ইনকাম কৰিছা, বাট প্ৰিভিয়াছ তোমাৰ যোনখিনি ছেভিং আছে সেই ছেভিংখিনিৰ পৰা খৰচ কৰি পেলাই তুমি 40 crores কনজাম্পশ্যন কৰিছা। চ' when you take out money from your previous savings in order to consume goods and services at present time, when your income is 0, it is referred to as this saving. It is referred to as this saving. I hope you are clear. So even when income is 0, the consumption can never be 0 because manuhe নোখোৱাকে থাকিব কাৰণে নোৱাৰে। So even when income is 0, there is something that people will eat. How? By using money that they have saved previously. So when you use money from what you have saved in previous years, it is said to be as this saving, ঠিক আছে। So তোমাৰ 0 যেতিয়া income আছে, it will you see that consumption is 40. Now income increases by 100. Now income increases by 100. The consumption, আমি যেতিয়া দেখিছো consumption increase হৈছে। By how much? Consumption increases by 80. Again income increases by 100, right? Consumption increases by 80. Again income increases by 100, consumption increases by 80. So what you see is that as and when income is increasing, the consumption is also increasing, but yate increase in income is more than increase in consumption, because not what you earn, not what you earn as income is always spent on consumption. A part of it is also saved. A part of it is also saved. So যেতিয়া তুমি 100 টকা ইনকাম বাঢ়িছে তাৰে 80 হে তুমি কনজাম্পশনত লগাই দিছা, তাৰে 20 তুমি কি কৰিছা? একচুয়ালি সেভ কৰিছা। So given this idea, not everything that you earn is actually spent on consumption. বুজি পাইছা? Not everything that you earn is spent on consumption. Therefore, as and when income increases at a faster rate. Income increases each time by rupees 100 crore, but consumption increases by only 80 crores. Meaning meaning that jiman income increases, the rate of increase in income is more than rate of increase in consumption, because not whatever has been earned is spent on consumption. A part of it is also saved. I hope you are clear till this much. I hope তোমালোকে এইখিনিলৈকে বুজি পাইছা। So if we actually draw the income curve, we know that the income curve is a 45-degree line, starting from the origin. And this income curve is also referred to as aggregate supply curve. ঠিক আছে? The consumption curve on the other hand will never start from zero because income zero hobo pare, but at zero income also there will be certain amount of consumption. Junto amar case of 40 plus start hoise. So consumption will start from C. Hoine? So the consumption curve will also start from C. ঠিক আছে? So this is consumption. Fine. So when income is zero, hoine? Ekhini portion aloi swa, এখিনি পোর্শনলৈ যদি আমি সোয়া যে ইয়াতে সোয়া তোমার ইনকাম টু লেস দেন ইনকাম ইজ লেস দেন কনজাম্পশন হয়নে এগেইন ইয়াতেও যদি সোয়া ইনকাম ইজ লেস দেন কনজাম্পশন ইয়াতে যদি সোয়া তোমার ইনকাম ইজ ইকুয়াল টু কনজাম্পশন এন্ড দেয়ার অন তোমার ইনকাম ইজ গ্রেটার দেন কনজাম্পশন ঠিক আছে So first যেতিয়া সোয়া যে যেতিয়া ইনকাম জিরো আছে there is certain level of consumption হয়নে আৰু after that যিমানে ইনকাম ইনক্রিজ নহওক কিয় হয়নে the consumption is still greater than income তাৰমানে আমাৰ ইয়ালৈকে হয়নে ইয়াতে ইনকাম ইনক্রিজ হৈছে ইনকাম 0 পৰা 100 হৈছে বাট কনজাম্পশন যোনটো হয় it is still less than in consumption যোনটো হয় it is still greater than income এটা ইনকাম 100 হৈছে কনজাম্পশন 120 হৈছে মানে 20 দি পেলাই তোমাৰ কনজাম্পশন বেছি হৈছে ইয়াত ইনকাম 0 হৈছে বাট কনজাম্পশন 40 হৈছে right so 40 di pelai consumption besi hoise so when income is less than consumption what we are doing is that we are actually using our previous savings and this is referred to as this saving hekarne ei area khini jodi ami sao it is referred to as this saving এই এরিয়া খিনিক আমি কি বুলি কওঁ this saving বুলি কওঁ এই এরিয়া খিনিক আমি কি বুলি কওঁ this saving বুলি কওঁ what is this saving is that when your consumption is more than income because you have used a part of your previous earning ঠিক আছে ইয়াতে আমি দেখিছো consumption curve ডাল কি হৈছে ওপৰত আছে but income curve ডাল কি আছে তলত আছে income কম but consumption বেছি ঠিক আছে এতিয়া moreover এই যোনখিনি part হয় when income is zero still consumption is there hey consumption khinik ami ki buli ko c bar small c bar di reflect small c bar di ami actually dekhao aru he khinik ami ki buli ko autonomous consumption buli ko autonomous consumption buli ko monot rakhiba this small c bar actually reflects autonomous consumption so what is autonomous consumption refers to portion of consumption that remains positive even when there is zero level of even at zero level of income even when there is no income this portion of consumption remains actually positive বুজি পাইছা হেখিনি level of consumption actually remains positive fine so the consumption curve actually does not start from zero rather from here which is actually shown by autonomous consumption at zero level of income and আমি যেতিয়া দেখিছো ইনকাম যিমান ইনক্রিজ হৈ গৈ আছে কনজাম্পশনো হিমান ইনক্রিজ হৈ গৈ আছে but increase in income is more than increase in consumption because আমি already পঢ়িছো a part of it is also saved এতিয়া কি পালো আমি এইখিনি লেকে যে কি ইনকাম যেতিয়া কম হয় ডেইলি কনজাম্পশন মানুহে প্রিভিয়াস সেভিং ইউজ কৰি পেলাই কনজাম্পশন স্পন্সর কৰে which is referred to as this saving at point e এইটো পইণ্টত চোৱা কনজাম্পশন আৰু ইনকাম ইকুয়াল হৈ গৈ আছে at point e yate paisu at point e consumption is equal to income it is also referred to as break even point jot tumar saving ki hoy ase zero ekhini tumar ki hoy ase dis saving hoy ase ekhini tumar ki hoy ase dis saving hoy ase karon tumar zero income 40 tumi consume kori asa 100 income 20 tumi consume kori asa so of course tumi savings or pra paisa byabohar korisa at this point jeta 200 hoy jay মানে income is equal to consumption it refers to as break even point where consumption is equal to income or rather we can say that savings zero hoy ase beyond that ami jetia sao the income when income is more and savings is less beyond this point beyond break even point income increases at a higher rate but consumption increases at a lower rate because a part of increased income is also saved gotike ekhini portion ami ki buli kobo paro savings buli kobo paro এইখিনি পোর্শন আমি সেভিংস বুলি কব পাৰো I hope you are clear about the consumption curve. So below it is this saving because yet income is lesser, consumption is greater, income is zero, consumption still ase, income less, still consumption ase. At point E, consumption income zero. So it is said to be as break even point or point of zero savings. Or beyond that, income increases at a higher rate than consumption, given the fact that a part of income is also consumed and not what not what is not all income what has been earned is spent on consumption. Therefore এইখিনি portion তোমাৰ savings দি reflect কৰা হৈছে. I hope you are clear till this much. ঠিক আছে, I hope you are clear till this much. I hope তোমালোকে consumption function or concept খিনি বুজি পাইছা. Already আমি এইখিনি পঢ়াইছো starting point যোনখিনি হয় consumption curve or. So already we have discussed this. We will actually move to the next slide where we will understand about the two propensities to consume. So there are two propensities to consume. One is average propensity to consume or APC, average propensity to consume or APC. What is APC? APC is nothing but it refers to the ratio of consumption expenditure to the income. Mane out of the total income, how much you spent on consumption is referred to as average propensity to consume. So it is the ratio of consumption expenditure to the total income, meaning out of the total income, how much you have spent on your income. So আমি যদি APC curve ডালৰ কথা পঢ়ো হয়নে, আমি APC curve ডালৰ কথা পঢ়ো, ফাৰ্স্ট মনত ৰাখিব লাগিব যে APC is always more than 1. APC is always more than 1. কেতিয়ালৈকে APC is more than 1? As long as consumption is more than national income, that is before the break even point, APC is greater than 1. মানে যেতিয়ালৈকে তোমাৰ কি কৈছে, যেতিয়ালৈকে তোমাৰ consumption is more than national income হয়নে, consumption is more than national income মানে কি হৈ আছে, সেইখিনিত আমাৰ দিস সেভিং হৈ আছে, তেতিয়ালৈকে তোমাৰ APC will be greater than 1. মানে before break even point, APC will be greater than 1. At break even point, যেতিয়া তোমাৰ consumption আৰু income equal হৈ যায়, তাত APC তোমাৰ কি হৈ যাব, 1 হৈ যাব. Beyond break even point আমি কি দেখো যে কি income is greater than consumption, and when income is greater than consumption, যত savings কৰা হয় তাত আমি কি দেখিম, APC is less than 1. What is the meaning? ইয়াত APC is greater than 1 কিহৰ কাৰণে? Because ইয়াতে তুমি কম earn কৰি আছা but higher spend কৰি আছা on consumption. ইয়াতে দুটাই same, consumption আৰু income দুটাই same, therefore তোমাৰ APC is equal to 1. ইয়াত তোমাৰ কি হৈ আছে, you are earning more and consuming less, গতিকে তোমাৰ APC is actually less than 1. ইয়াতে ৰবা, APC is less than 1, ইয়াতে মই greater than লিখা গল, APC will actually be less than 1. APC will be less than 1. Next, APC falls with increase in income. So what we have seen is that APC at higher asile hone, APC 1 whole, and eventually with increase in income ami ki dekhiso APC is actually less than 1. Meaning ki je as and when income is increasing, the amount of money you spend on consumption actually decreases. Tamane jiman income increase hoy goi ase, out of the total income, how much you will spend on consumption actually starts falling. বুজি পাইছা কিহৰ কাৰণে? চোৱা, APC fall continuously with increase in income because মই already তোমালোকক কৈছো, a portion of income spent on consumption keeps on decreasing because a portion of total income that is earned is also used for savings. But এটা বস্তু মনত ৰাখিব লাগিব যে কি APC can never be 0. ঠিক আছে, APC fall when with income increases because a part of increased income is also saved. But এটা কথা মনত ৰাখিব লাগিব যে APC can never be 0, meaning that when the income is 0, যেতিয়া income 0 হয় তেতিয়াও APC positive থাকে, যেতিয়া income 0 হয় তেতিয়াও তোমাৰ APC positive থাকে, because কোনো মানুহ নুখুৱাকে survive কৰিব নোৱাৰে. That portion of consumption is actually sponsored by previous savings of the individual. So APC can never be zero. APC can be zero only when consumption becomes zero. But ami ki jano, consumption can never be zero even at zero level of income. Hoine consumption zero hobole nware. Gotike even at zero level of income there is consumption. Jak ami autonomous consumption bili kau, reflect kora hoy by C bar. ঠিক আছে? So average propensity to consume juntu hoy, it can never be zero. Why? Because APC can be zero when consumption becomes zero, and in reality, since consumption can never be zero, therefore APC can never be zero. Even at zero level of income, there is consumption reflected by autonomous consumption or small c bar. আমি যদি ইয়াতে diagrammatically represent কৰিব যাওঁ, we cannot, আমি ইয়াতে এভাৰেজ প্ৰপেনচিটি টু কনজিউমাৰ কাৰ্ভ আঁকিব নোৱাৰো, বাট আমি কনজাম্পশ্যন কাৰ্ভডালৰ কোনটো পইণ্টক আমি APC মেজাৰ কৰিব পাৰিম সেইটো দেখাব পাৰো। সাপোজ এইডাল কনজাম্পশ্যন কাৰ্ভ হয়, হয়নে? এইখিনি তোমাৰ ইনকাম হয়, এইখিনি তোমাৰ কনজাম্পশ্যন হয় y এক্সিছত। এতিয়া সাপোজ এট পইণ্ট A আমি APC ক্যালকুলেট কৰিব লাগে, তেনেহলে পইণ্ট A ইনকাম কিমান হ'ব? টোটেল ইনকাম OY1, ঠিক আছে? আৰু তোমাৰ কনজাম্পশ্যন কিমান হ'ব? ON। গতিকে at point A consumption curve, আসলে APC is not a curve, APC is actually a point on the consumption curve. So আমি যদি point A তোমাৰ APC calculate কৰো, তেনেহলে it will be ON by OY1. ON হৈছে তোমাৰ consumption divided by total income OY1. So you can calculate actually APC in the you can actually calculate APC at any point of the consumption curve, and you cannot draw APC itself. So APC is not a curve, but it is actually point on the consumption curve which reflects the ratio of how much of the total income is spent on consumption. ঠিক আছে? I hope you are clear with this. Now let's move to the second propensity to consume, which is marginal propensity to consume or MPC. So marginal শব্দটোৰ এটা meaning আছে। marginal শব্দটোৰ meaning in economics refers to additional. marginal শব্দটোৰ meaning হৈছে additional. Fine. So marginal শব্দটোৰ meaning হৈছে additional. ঠিক আছে? marginal শব্দটোৰ meaning হৈছে additional. So what is additional marginal propensity to consume? Marginal propensity to consume মানে হৈছে when it is the additional in মানে what it is actually, it refers to the ratio of change in consumption to expenditure to the change in total income. Mane when there is increase in total income, how much money an individual, when there is additional increase in income, how much money an individual try to spend on consumption is referred to as marginal propensity to consume. Mane with increase in income, যদি আমার increase in income hoise, out of this increase in income, how much do you spend on consumption expenditure? With additional income, how much consumption increases is captured by the concept of তোমার marginal propensity to consume. So marginal propensity to consume is reflected by this formula, which is change in consumption. Change in consumption মানে change in C divided by change in income, which is reflected by change in Y. I hope you are clear till this much. What is marginal propensity to consume? আমি দুটা ওয়েট লিখিব পাৰো. It is the ratio of change in consumption to the change in income, or we can refer to as additional change in what is the spending on consumption when there is additional increase in income is reflected by the concept of marginal propensity to consume. Fine. So marginal propensity to consume again আমি diagrammatically এটা পইণ্টত measure কৰিব পাৰো, হয়নে? So suppose আমি point A suppose আমি point B আছো, ঠিক আছে? But suppose আমি point A আছো, at point A আমাৰ কিমানখিনি consumption হৈছে ON, কিমানখিনি ইনকাম হৈছে আমাৰ, কিমানখিনি ইনকাম হৈছে OY2. So this is APC also, right? Suppose we have moved from point A to B. Point A to B লৈ যাওঁতে আমাৰ কিমানখিনি change in income কিমানখিনি হৈছে? আমাৰ change in income তোমাৰ হৈছে MN. right? Amar change in income hoise mn aru income kiman khini change hoise y1 y2 y1 y2. So this is mpc at point b. I hope you are clear with this. So at point B, MPC will be Mn by Y1, Y2. Karon Y1, Y2 to ki hoy? Change in income hoy. Aru Mn to ki hoy? Change in tumar consumption. Agote consumption ki man asil On. Now the consumption is OM. So OM minus ON, it is Mn. Mn is change in C. So out of change in income, how much you spend in consumption is reflected by the concept of MPC. I hope you are clear till this much. Next, there are certain things, additional information that you need to learn about propensity to consume. First is that value of MPC varies between 0 and 1. You have to always remember যে কি MPCৰ ভ্যালু সদায় 0 বা 1 ৰ মাজতে লাই কৰে কিহৰ কাৰণে যদি গুটে এডিশনাল ইনকাম আমি যিমানখিনি আৰ্ন কৰিছো হে গুটেখিনি কনজাম্পশনত স্পেন্ড কৰি দিছে তেতিয়া MPC কিমান হৈ যাব 1 হৈ যাব কাৰণ সেভিংস কিমান হ'ব 0 কাৰণ টোটাল যিমানখিনি এডিশনাল ইনকাম আছিল যদি এন্টায়াৰ এডিশনাল ইনকাম ইজ কনজিউমড যিমান এক্সট্ৰা ইনকাম আছে সব কনজিউম কৰি দিছো মিনিং যে সেভিং ইজ 0 therefore আমি কি ক'ব পাৰো MPC is equal to 1 but আমি এডিশনাল ইনকাম যিমানখিনি আছে হে এডিশনাল গুটে ইনকাম খিনি যদি আমি সেভ কৰি দিছো and nothing is consumed তেতিয়া তোমাৰ MPC কি হ'ব পাৰে 0 হ'ব পাৰে গতিকে MPC ৰ ভ্যালু সদায় 0 ৰ পৰা 1 ৰ মাজতে ভেৰি কৰিব Next to is MPC of poor is more than MPC of rich. Jodi tumar already income high, so you already have access to everything in your life. Tumar aro income increase hoar loge loge, tumi kom ke consumption ot spend koribo khujiba. Kintu jar income kom, june বেলেগ বস্তু কনজিউম কৰিয়ে পোৱা নাই হিহঁতৰ অলপ ইনকাম ইনক্ৰিজ হোৱাৰ লগে লগে হিহঁতৰ কনজাম্পশনটো বাঢ়ি যায় therefore MPC of poor is always more than rich meaning when someone's income is less হিহঁতৰ সেই ইনকাম যদি বাঢ়ি যায় হিহঁতে গুটেখিনি বা most of it consumptionত ব্যৱহাৰ কৰে কিন্তু যোনখিনি rich people they have already access to everything they have already tasted everything so higher increase in income will not be actually spent on consumption fine similarly আমি ক'ব পাৰো যে কি poor country এখনে poor country এখনৰ MPC higher হ'ব than a rich country ঠিক আছে more next এটা কথা মনত ৰাখিব লাগিব MPS falls with successive increase in income MPS মানে marginal propensity to save it happens because as an economy becomes richer it has a tendency to consume a smaller percentage with each increment in its income this will be MPC not MPS so MPC falls with successive increase in income that I have already explained যে কি why MPC usually falls with increase in income because jiman tumar income barhi goi thakibo himan tumi already you have tested everything that is available near you and therefore you will not try to spend more on consumption but you will reduce your consumption level ta mane tumar jodi 100 taka thake tumi hekhini gute consumption ot spend koriba but tumi jodi kunba dina 1 million earn kora tumi because you have already experienced everything you have already consumed everything now jeta tumar income 1 million hobo you will spend lesser on consumption and you will save more বুজি পাইছা therefore MPC falls with increase in income ঠিক আছে value of MPC 0 to 1 MPC of poor is more than MPC of rich and MPC falls with successive increase in income this will not be MPS this will be MPC because we are dealing with propensity to consume and not propensity to save I hope you are clear till this much I hope you are clear till this much wrapping up today's class here but before wrapping up those who are viewing this video do you have any questions to ask me do you have any questions to ask me from today's class if not we will wrap up today's live session here but even if for those who will see this live session after the class has ended, hoine live session to তোমালোকে মানে পিছত ৰেকৰ্ডেড ভাৰ্জনটো যেতিয়া তোমালোকে চাবা তেতিয়াও যদি তোমালোকৰ কিবা প্ৰব্লেম থাকে বা কিবা ডিফিকাল্টি থাকে, ফিল ফ্ৰী টু ৰিচ মি, উই উইল ট্ৰাই টু solve the problem as soon as possible. Thank you, take care, we will meet again on Saturday next week. Until then, take care, bye bye.